And off we go.
Are we on? Are we live? Are we on air?
I think we're on air.
How good. Hey everyone, how we going?
Backbones, backbones, backbones.
Hope you're having a good Friday afternoon. Not as good as one number Oliver Behrman.
Hey,
What a day.
what a day for the young Brit.
Young man from Chelmsford.
Is it Chelmsford?
Chelmsford, mate.
He's
Chelmo.
an Essex boy.
Chelms. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just that. I just lost respect there.
Well, I mean, each to their own. But,
Each to their own,
you know.
each to their own. So we got a sub there for Bien. Lovely. As we see, the F2 car's not quite yet on the grid. Are they?
No.
Yeah, I think they're probably still going around to, they're still going around to
doing
the
their
grid.
siding laps.
Yep. Awesome track, this old place.
A driver's track, I've heard, actually.
Yeah, no, definitely. One of those where you've really got to go balls to the wall
Yeah.
and sort of rub shoulders there with your concrete barriers.
Yeah, sort of get comfortable with them. I'm trying to get comfortable with this sofa.
Oh, is it not working out?
Sorry, I
for
think
you?
I just need to sort of sit quite
sort of a lumbar support there for yourself.
quite astute, you know. I need to be quite, you know.
You're going to be quite. Oh, as we've got a hype train on the go.
Oh, good.
Are we on 319? No, what subs are we on? I don't have any clue about the statistics.
How many backbones
We've
have
got
we viewing?
59 subscribers, and we're on 99 viewers. They're ready for the start of this F2
good.
sprint race.
Nigh on 100 backbones.
Yeah, 900 backbones.
Still loading up. Still getting around to the grid. Race will start at 16:20 local time.
So
that's
slight delay.
That's random. 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got 10 minutes to have a bit of yarn as we see Bruno Michelle talking
Having a chat.
to some bloke.
Yep. Richest man in the paddock, I've heard.
What, the guy who's talking to, or Bruno
No,
Michelle?
Bruno Michelle.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, great race actually. It's. I don't know. Apparently, according to this new DRS that they've got in the Formula DOS this year,
Yeah.
obviously new car,
Quite powerful.
quite powerful. So bit more moves, easier to follow. Definitely makes the racing more interesting. Not that it really needed to compared to, Formula One and that. But grouse.
Yeah, very good, mate. Camera shot there on Kimi Antonelli. A lot less pressure on him, really, kind of in a way this weekend now, because his teammates buggered off to F1.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. But still, his name remains
At the top of every Italian newspaper.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The sort of new Italian protege, as you could say, the potential new Max Verstappen. Too much pressure on the young man's shoulders, I say.
Yeah, I think so, mate. I think it's, but we're not helping by talking about him. So let's talk about this bloke, Zane Maloney.
What a shitter!
Last weekend's hero, this week's I'm not going to say zero
think it's
because
his
it's
fault.
too early to say.
It's not his fault.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles in Formula 2, I think.
Yeah,
mate.
you know how it is, mate. Up at the front one
Riding
weekend.
high in April and shot down in May.
Exactly. It's been.
Now, Jack Doohan's grown his hair out again. We saw this from him this time last year.
And that's when he started going
And
quicker.
we saw a real performance detriment when he decided that he was going to have the locks.
Performance detriment.
Yeah, I mean, the first half of his season last year was an absolute shitter.
I thought that's when he had his sort of.
No siree, Bob.
No.
No. So, so interesting to see he's brought that look back.
Well, the young man from Australia, Gold Coast.
Is he from the GC, is he?
I think he is, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Great place to party, the old GC.
Good bastard.
But, as we're running on board now with Ralph Aron going to the grid, it seems. He's had a pretty amazing weekend, last weekend.
Yeah.
And
For a high tech.
if I'm not mistaken, I think he's starting on pole today. So, yeah.
Did he P2 it yesterday?
I believe he did.
Yeah, okay, so he won't be starting on pole today.
No, sorry, he didn't P2. He P10'd it yesterday.
P10'd it.
So he's now starting off pole.
Oh, he has done an Armstrong special.
He has.
The old reverse grid pole.
The old
in the high
reverse
tech.
grill pole, mate. It's the only way to win a race these
Pesting
days.
around in P11.
Yeah.
Spare of thought for Pepe Marti, P11 second week in a row as well.
Yeah, struggle.
But he seemed to go all right from P11 last week. So.
Well, he's done the moves. It's going to be quite interesting. Not quite a tyre deg track per se.
No,
It's one
been
of
hearing
those
that a lot.
where you can sort of keep the tyres under you for the whole length of the race. Now, we don't want to get too bogged down in tyre chat, but it is
Yep.
pretty important.
it's an important aspect of Formula 2 for sure.
Of motorsports as a whole.
I mean, could we see some dicky fuckery from Pirelli, perhaps? Could they go, everyone knows this is a non-deg track, but, watch this.
Watch there.
Yeah,
they don't they don't tend to change the compound all that much there for the Formula 2, unless you're talking about heavily banked corners, such as, you get your Zandvoorts there. But let's see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Could be a spanner in the works. Obviously, the first time they're on the mediums as the hard compound, and then the super softs as their softest tyres. So that's mainly down to the fact that the track is relatively brand new.
Yep.
You don't get so much macro there in the old track surface, meaning that you don't get too many of the big stones there in the tarmac.
There we go.
And as a result, less degradation.
You call that macro?
As my sort of leg has.
I've heard you're a micro expert.
From?
Oh, I won't give her a name.
Rude.
Kimi Antonelli on the grid.
Yep.
Yeah. Blue helmet padding, I quite rate.
To be honest, he's got a good-looking lid.
He's got a good sense of design. There's actually quite a skill. I don't know if it's a skill. Quite an attribute that a driver can have to have quite good dress sense. Now, there's dress sense away from the track, and I think you do that in spades. You deliver there.
Yeah.
But there's also a sort of style aspect to your helmet, your gloves, your suit, your boots, your kit, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a real...
Well, that's the thing. Now, what brand do you tend to go down if you were to get a suit right now with your boots and your gloves and you're about to head out for the Alfa Romeo Championship? What are you going to be kitted out in, James?
I'd say it doesn't get a lot more classic than a Sparko, than a nice custom Sparko.
Little Sparko.
If you're a bit edgier, but if you perhaps, running like a Monster Energy kind of sponsorship, you're probably leaning more towards an Alpine Stars kind of operation.
Alpine Stars would have been my favourite.
It's a young man's brand, the Alpine Stars. You've really got to, I do like the Alpine Stars. I've always liked a Freem.
A Freem, yeah, no, that's very karting of you.
Yes, yeah.
Very karting. A lot of comments in chat there about whether we're going to be commentating the Indy, which we will be.
Yes.
Right?
Pretty sure.
Has the wife not approved of those plans just yet?
She's not thrilled about it.
Oh, no.
She thought we might be going on holiday on Sunday morning, not Monday morning. But TBC, mate, TBC. As we run through the grid here...
Taylor Barnard in P16, Zane Maloney. We've messed it up, right? Yeah, we're looking at the last four positions.
In the last 6 rows, it's Josh Dirksen.
We fucked this up. But Rafael Villagomez starting from 21st. So there's got to be someone starting from the pit lane, I think.
No, you donkey.
Oh, shit, true. It's Ollie Behrman. He's not present on the grid. We've
withdrawn the number 3 Prema from the race weekend if you're not up to speed on that.
Yeah, if anybody's been living under a rock for the last sort of 3 hours, Ollie Behrman's driving a Formula 1 wagon this weekend.
Which is pretty cool.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's a pretty cool place to make your debut there, the old Ferrari.
Marcus Armstrong and Robert Schwartzman are on suicide watch.
Yep, I've heard so too.
So we'll keep an eye on them throughout the weekend. Less worried about Marcus. He's got his own job to do, of course, in IndyCar. Whereas young Schwartzy...
I think he just competed in WEC.
Has he got a gig booked this week? Maybe he's DJing in Dubai or something.
Yeah, I think he's headlining
not all's lost.
A sort of music festival there.
Oh, and bloody good on him too.
And Paul Aron starting from P1.
Now, I've always really rated the Aron brothers lids.
How good.
Really cool.
Yeah, the
really
blue
cool.
there. Now we've got another reverse grid specialist there, Richard Verschoor.
He is a reverse cowgirl specialist, Richard Verschoor. Absolutely. Starting off the front row, he'll be eager to score some points in that Trident machine.
Oh, for sure. As we've got a pit lane incident already before the race of an unsafe release between Crawford and Bortoletto. Classic Formula 2 shenanigans. Yeah, really. As we sort of, cars are starting to... The tyres are withdrawing from the grid. So
everyone's sort of pesting around, kind of...
Yeah, to be fair, James, now, I think, personally, the best place to be seen for anyone's social calendar is the Formula 1 grid.
Yes.
But I reckon the F2 grid's up there.
I thought you were going to say Saudi Arabia. I was wondering where you're going with that. But no, absolutely, mate. The Formula 2 grid is a place of prestige. It's a place that, I've spent a lot of time.
Yeah. Well, you're a prestigious man.
Yeah. Well, naturally. No, it's a lot of fun. I love the Formula 2 grid. Not a lot of fans down at the Formula 2 grid, usually, as you see a smattering of the Saudi Arabian locals there.
In the old grandstands?
Yeah.
No, it's true that they don't attract the big crowds, but...
Big numbers. I think we're going to see a massive uptaking in Formula 2 viewers this year with the dominance of Max Verstappen continuing to rain hell and fire on the rest of the 19 other Formula 1 blokes.
Well, I think that's a correct statement there, James. I also think the general public interest is going to take off massively thanks to streaming media.
Yep, absolutely. And if you've been sucked into the Formula 2 realm and you're enjoying the Formula 2 stuff, then hey, why not hear from a Formula 2 driver along the way as you absorb the content?
Feature race winner, no less.
Feature race winner, yeah.
Something that not even Marcus Armstrong can say.
Thank you for humbly reminding me there of your
As we see, it looks to be Jack Crawford that, has gone, close one in the pit lane there between him and Bortoletto.
It was clumsy. I don't know why Gabby was stopping.
Well, because the Formula 2 teams do enjoy, especially the fact that young rookies who aren't used to doing so many sort of pit stops, practicing to stop on their marks.
There you go.
As there is a big time game in the pit stops, especially in Formula 2. You know, you could be 10 centimeters behind your where the guy's waiting for the wheel to come in for the wheel gun and such.
I've nodded off a bit. Yeah,
sorry, mate. Yeah, no worries.
So everyone's just sort of waiting on the grid here now. Fans akimbo. Somebody's sending a WhatsApp voice message there. No, I think he's on FaceTime to somebody there in the grandstand.
Great place to be on FaceTime.
Yeah.
A grandstand in Saudi Arabia watching 21 young bucks fighting it out on track. As we see the Roman Stanek car, I think he qualified P12, so he's P11 now.
Pretty good, actually.
It was a decent qualifying from the two Tridents. A little bit of a shame because I think he just didn't have the tyres under him at the end of the run
for that reverse grid front row. So it's your reverse grid pole for Paul Aaron alongside Dutchman.
Now we're just going to ask the chat who's your take for the win there. If you could pop it into the chat.
Oh yeah.
There. Maybe start a poll.
What do you reckon, mate? Who do you like?
Who am I liking for this one? I'm looking at Antonelli, starting from P5. I think he's got a great car underneath him. A pretty sound driver too. But there's a couple of hotheads at the front, I think, as well. So it's going to be fireworks there. As we got a lot of first-time chatters. It's lovely to see more people in the chat and the community growing day by day, as we say here on Screaming Media Commentary. As the cars are finally off the grid.
Yeah, if you're trying to sync up.
Yeah, if you're trying to sync up, they're just pulling away right now. You got the last few cars now pulling away for the start of the formation lap. So yeah, try and sync up there for the beginning of the race.
Now I've bought myself a lot of time here, mate, and I'm really struggling to pick a race winner here. You've obviously got Paul up the front.
Yeah.
That high tech, we know the high tech's good for a reverse grid race win.
Well, Mark Armstrong,
I'm going to say Hauger.
You're going Hauger.
I'm going with I'm going with experience. I'm going with Patrick Swayze. I watched Dirty Dancing actually
last night.
The other night. Yeah, t'other night.
I think that's probably the.
Isaac still looks pissed off from last week. It looks like he's only just started to calm down.
He is a pretty spicy character.
And it's a pretty spicy turn one again here in Saudi Arabia.
It is definitely a spicy
You know better than most. You speared into the side of Screaming Meals founder Marcus Armstrong here in Saudi Arabia.
Not one of my finest moments as I came steaming down the inside for my first F2 race. Fully locked the rears and almost
all four.
off.
I think you're on all fours.
Yeah, I was pretty close to. Yeah, I think I locked all four twice. Managed to somehow hit the inside of the fucking turn one wall.
And good on you. Scrub off some speed.
Scrubbed off some speed before spearheading into Marcus Armstrong, T-boning the man out of contention for the race. Not that we were starting in higher positions, but I definitely made a big move going into T1. Probably overtook 4 cars before I hit him. So
yeah,
it was a
So you got your overtaking done early.
Exactly.
And then just had an unfortunate incident later on in the race.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for.
Later on at the Apex.
I blamed it on the dirty inside of the track, but really it was a
Right.
a
As we're
error.
sort of transitioning into sort of sunset here now, mate. I didn't see that coming. It's caught me off guard a little bit.
Quite hot.
It is pretty hot. Twilight, if you will.
Yeah.
Sort
How
of matches. You're running a sort of twilight sky shirt operation today.
Well, I thought the linen pink today could go well with sort of the purple sectors.
Yeah, very nice. Well, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, as we see Kimi Antonelli on board there, getting ready to head into the main straight.
Tips it in.
Couple of little burnouts before you get going. So they're starting on the mediums, the harder compound tyres, easier to make a mistake off the start.
Yeah, is anyone big dicking it on the softs?
I don't.
Are we across
super
that?
softs, I think, are too soft for that kind of distance.
Oh, it's super soft here, is it?
Yeah. So as I was mentioning it before, but you clearly weren't
We are
listening
across
to
that. No,
my,
excellent. No, well,
my
I was
chatter.
just checking that we were across it.
Yeah, good on you. But yeah, no, I think Patrick Swayze's a solid.
I think it's
solid choice.
Swayze for me, as long as he keeps his nose clean in T1.
As we see, I'm going to go with Richard Verschoor. Driving my old wagon.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a pretty fast driver.
he's a
but
fierce operator.
You can't go away from a potential Ralph Aron win though.
No,
Paul, sorry, wrong brother.
you can go quite far away from the Ralph Aron win.
Yeah, no, sorry, wrong brother.
So there's a lady in the light stand.
Yep,
Here we go. The cars are joining the grid.
and we're getting ready to go.
Taking this sweet bloody time.
I know.
If I'm
Those
mad.
tyres are going to be cooling off
The
on
Aston
the
Martin
Paul Aron.
DBX pulls in.
As we are ready to
Green
get going,
flag
green
waves.
flag waving at the back.
I'll let you take over from here,
And it's
Clem.
a 1, and it's a 2, and it's a 3, it's a 4, and it's a 5 red lights. And the backbones are on their way as we've got
we've got
start from
Antonelli.
Aron. And Antonelli with a shocking start. He's almost stalled. Aron's got quite a good gap, not too much fighting. Patrick Swayze trying to make his move around the outside, and he's going to get past, it seems.
Oh, and
as
there's
we got a
contact
front
between
wing,
the
and
AIX.
somebody's just stopped in the middle of the road. And Patrick Swayze looks like he's got some damage to the side of
Is
his
that
car.
Martins? Is that Martins in the wall, Clem?
Is it? I haven't quite seen it. I haven't got...
I think it was too. Gabby Bortoletto off the road as well. We've got yellow flags in Sector 1 as we see them come through Turn 6 now. Jacques Lunet seems to have got through unscathed. Juan Manuel Correa, he's up quite a few spots back there, I think, in the top 10 now.
James, I think you're quite close to your microphone there in the heat of the action as we've got Richard Verschoor there and 2 stallers on the grid.
That
So is
completely
that
passed me by.
the number 2? So that is O'Sullivan, and I couldn't quite tell who the other car was. But definitely an interesting start to this race. Yellow flags, it's going to be a safety car. Of course it is. It's Jeddah. Can't avoid a safety car around
Okay, so
here.
early safety car for sure. Looks like he's really not let go of the coattails.
Yeah, he was racing, and yes, it's Victor Martins in the wall. What a particularly difficult start to this man's season. He's
Absolutely.
had a DNF, scored no points in the sprint, and is now out of the sprint here in Jeddah. So still pointless. Yeah, rough.
He's out of the car, all right, mate,
Yeah.
and that's the main thing.
That's
So
the
we've
main
also
thing.
got Villa Gomez. Is that coming back into the pit lane? See the visit
It was
Argentina on the
Franco
side of it.
Colapinto who unfortunately had a stall. Now, if they manage to get out
And is that-
before the other guys have completed their first lap, they'll be able to join on the back of the queue, and it won't
And
be
that's
so
O'Sullivan
bad.
behind him.
Yeah.
In the ART there. So a shocking start for both ARTs here.
Yeah, no, not what they would have wanted after a title-winning season last year with Tao Pourchaire as the champion, of course, the team's champion, and nonetheless Victor Martins is a rookie champion. So
Yeah.
quite a lot of debris everywhere. Your classic usual Formula 2 start.
Yeah, this might be quite the cleanup, mate. So we've got 20 laps here. I think early on, I think this could go to time.
You reckon so?
Because we've got to get the F1 in.
Yeah, you do have to get the F1 in. So looking at the...
So Antonelli's had a shocker.
Well, I'll tell you who's
off
had
the
an
line
amazing start. It's Kushmaini, who was obviously P9 at the start and is now already P5. So he's looking to score some big points here in this race.
Absolutely, mate. No, if I'm not mistaken, he will get his pole position tomorrow.
He will get his pole position tomorrow, and no other than Pepe Marti, as you said, starting from his lucky P11, already in P6. So great start by him too.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
Campos
young
is
man
looking
from
strong.
Spain.
early on
as
in
we're
the season.
looking at the replay of the start, and we're going to have a good look at who's done. Yeah, no. Wow. I think Antonelli must have been real close to a stall because he was barely moving.
Yeah,
Obviously,
he
the cars
crawled off the
behind
line.
quite slow away. So did Bortoletto. I don't know if he was impeded by the car in front potentially, but he's lost quite a few places going into turn one.
Not a bad move.
Are we
going to
see what happened to Victor? I believe he was driven into the wall under the bridge. Yes, yeah, he's been driven into the wall by the car in front of him.
I don't know how that's happened.
I believe it may have been Patrick Swayze. As we see the start there from Roman Stanek.
Avoids Antonelli relatively
he's actually
well.
taken a very good start. And we're going to see who's
he's
actually
down the
turned
inside.
into... Oh, it was Kushmaini. Kushmaini looks to be the driver who's driven Victor... No, it was a car in front of Kushmaini. I believe it may have been Patrick Swayze.
So Jacques Lunet was tagged.
Wow.
And that's what slowed him down. There's a bit of a bottleneck there that occurred.
Difficult there when you've got a staller right in front of you to get out the way and be able to drop the clutch and not lose too much time at the start, which is unfortunately what happened to Gabby Bortoletto there. But managed to make his way around Antonelli. Oh, not quite, but we've got wings flying everywhere. Interesting start to this race.
Yeah, quite hard to piece together, to be perfectly honest, mate.
Yeah.
He was on board Antonelli. I think he did.
Somehow didn't stall it, which is impressive in itself.
Yeah, he got the thing going.
He got the thing just rolling enough to...
And he's actually put quite a good move on here. He's made two back, and then he's just tagged Lunet, and then that's eventually slowed them up.
Yep, got hit by Antonelli. He obviously knew he got hit by quite an expensive start to the race, I feel, for quite a few drivers out there.
Yeah, very much so, mate. Very much so.
I bet some of them are wishing they had insurance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Behrman's just going to be watching this, isn't he? Going like, you idiots all just take each other out. And it'd be lovely. Thank you very much.
Well, he's not missing out on much at the moment, I don't think. Victor Martin's car looks...
That thing is shagged, I believe is what they say.
Yeah, no, definitely shagged. Wheels pointing in all the wrong directions. But I really want to see who's put him in the wall. I do believe it was Swayze. Maybe
I think Swayze was further up than that.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see what the stewards are going to say.
Yeah. Really seeing some beautiful colours.
It is the sort of colour of my shirt.
Year on year. Yeah, no, absolutely.
I've gone for quite the classic look there. Oh, quite gassed at that. As we see the car still following the safety car. Obviously, Richard Verschoor with a strong start. He looked particularly feisty.
Richard Verschoor. No, absolutely. Still debris all over the road, by the way.
Quite a feisty character, old Richard.
He is. He's a tough competitor. He's one of those guys that often gets a rap, and rightly so, for doing the hard yards. He finds his sponsors. He finds his money. He's not one of your walk-in drivers. He does a lot of hard work off the track and behind the scenes. So, a doff of the cap to Richard Verschoor.
A doff of the cap. Great word, James.
Yeah, thank you. Doff.
A doff.
A doff.
Isn't that a sort of an olden Shakespearean word?
I think it's like going like that.
Ah, good on you.
Yeah, doff.
As Fittipaldi mentioning that one of his mirrors has fallen off. Something
these new F2 cars
Juan Manuel Correa actually mentioned in Bahrain.
These F2 cars are made of just wafer biscuits, aren't they?
Well, do you know what they say?
They're not built from tough stuff.
No, the more parts break, the more profitable.
The more parts you sell. Yeah.
So as a result, I think Dallara will be chuffed at the fact that Enzo Fittipaldi has lost.
How do you lose that? Like, how do you?
And obviously, I don't think somebody's just driven on top of him. As we get getting a few requests there from the chat to get old Richard Verschoor on the podcast.
We should actually.
We should, yeah, no, definitely. I think the only problem is trying to organise, now that I am no longer a full-time Formula 2 driver, trying to organise podcasts and organising stuff with just racing drivers as a whole tends to be quite the difficulty per se.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You working obviously full-time, not only on the podcast, but also in the old insurance world there. Quite the wankers, Formula 2 drivers.
Well, let's just hope that Ollie Behrman doesn't turn into a complete wanker like the rest of the Formula 1 drivers do when they graduate.
Oh, I wouldn't say they're all in that bracket.
No, I wouldn't tar Oscar Piastri with that brush.
No.
The rest of them, though.
As we see Antonelli, you're on your own there on this one, James. You've gone down your tangent. As we see Antonelli, what's happened here? So,
is
he just annoyed because he's really slow? Well, that's a slam dunk penalty because he's just left the cars in front.
Yeah, it is kind of like, mate, what are you up to?
Oh, he let him by. So, interesting. So,
Jesus, this is going to be messy.
This is going to be a penalty for someone. I don't know who. Lovely to see some new faces in the chat there. Love the little first-time chat box.
Yeah, love to see that.
Love to see.
How's everyone going? Ask a question.
Ask a question there.
We'll do our best
in
to
this
answer,
safety car period, as not much has been going on the racetrack. Would you like me to, instead of you standing so close to the camera and sitting back whilst I read you out the questions?
Sure, mate. You go for it.
I'll interview you.
Okay.
How do you feel about Jack's full name being Carlton Jackson?
I wrote it, actually. I was thinking about that yesterday.
Really? I didn't even know that. So,
Carlton.
A lot of questions
Safety
there.
car's ending, by the way.
Oh, well, we've got a couple of other questions.
They're only, it's this lap.
James, where did you get the Backbone campaign from? What is the Backbone campaign?
That was dreamt up over a quick 5-minute Microsoft Teams call with Park Ferme.
Oh, good on you.
You were in Brazil.
James, according to chat, you're giving proper Tintin vibes today.
Thanks.
You do have your sort of quiff.
Quiff?
Sort of quiff.
A quiff?
A quiff.
Quiff?
A quiff. As we see safety car ending there, and we're sort of heading towards Sector 2 now.
I've got PTSD seeing a high-tech leading a safety car in a sprint race.
Yeah, I could see that. As, you guys going to any IndyCar races this year?
Yes.
That's the plan. We've been approved.
Booked. We're back. We're off the no-fly list.
We're off the no-fly list.
Off the no-fly list.
And we're heading back to America.
Yeah.
What
to America!
Indeed. So, as we see Ralph Aron there, warming his tyres, getting ready to get underway. Ralph Aron? No, not Ralph Aron.
Yeah,
Paul Aron.
We're hanging out the back of Paul Aron right now, looking at Richard Verschoor.
Look at his eyes there. You can just sort of see him.
I reckon Hadjar is going to try and pull something here.
Is he going for a dive bomb?
He's going for something.
Ralph 3 times, yep. Wrong driver, yet again. And he's pulled away. And he's actually nailed the restart.
Verschoor's napping there.
Well, the one thing that you do have is that this last corner allows you to break the gap up a little bit. But it's still a pretty average restart there from Verschoor. Hot on his tails is the young man from France there. And we've got Patrick Swayze with a little bit of a gap behind. And look at that queue. It's bound to be Dive Bomb City into turn 1.
It's looking a bit clean and tidy so far for my liking. As we see Fittipaldi go for a move to the inside of Pepe Marti. He's going to be fended off quite nicely.
He's kept him behind. Not too much going on in the background as it seems. But good start by Aron. Quite a good gaggle of cars there to queue. As you can tell, it's going to be a bit of a DRS train, but the DRS being so powerful around here.
Mine is sort of looking quite menacing here as he's sort of beginning to pest around the back of Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, yeah.
In the number 4
For anybody
position.
that doesn't know, Patrick Swayze, obviously Dennis Hauger, uncanny resemblance between the two.
Absurd resemblance.
As James's bet for the win is obviously Dennis Hauger or Patrick. Based purely on the fact that he watched Dirty Dancing yesterday.
I did watch it this week, not yesterday.
Not yesterday, okay, good on you. But definitely a good omen for him.
Yeah, I think so.
I personally watched
what's his character?
Gossip Girl last night. So,
Johnny Castle.
Sorry?
Johnny Castle.
Who's Johnny Castle?
He's that's Patrick Swayze's character in Dirty Dancing.
You see Roman Stanek making a few good points there in the points-paying position then, P8. He's quite a technical track, this place, especially with 20 laps. Physical place. Non-stop turning with those corners. As we see Patrick Swayze coming under
pressure.
Big pressure from Kush
Mining.
OG Kush going in for the dive bomb. And he's gone for the dive bomb.
He's going to send it. Now, Swayze can open up the corner here. He hasn't done so. He's going to try and stick it on the outside and stay in that toe.
And it's close and tight there on the exit. And I think DRS should be open for the next lap.
Should be available to both of them here.
It is definitely a DRS trainer. Vasseur looking menacing.
No DRS for anyone, though.
No, not quite this lap as Patrick.
Swayze continues to hold that position in P4 as we see one of the... Is that Zane Maloney going for a big move?
What a move! I don't know where he's come from because I think he's starting from P16 or P15.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's already in P8, so he's definitely trying to grapple some points back. And obviously
showing off that speed as he did last week.
Oh, mate, he was hot last week.
Fastest lap for Richard Vasseur, so he's not feeling too much pressure.
No, he's living and he's chilling.
And he's stayed right where he needs to be, doesn't he?
Exactly.
He's stayed right where he needs to be. And he will get DRS this time around, I believe.
What's quite interesting right now is Aaron being the only the only rookie actually in the top 5. So let's see how those tyres hold on and if he's able to keep them under the car.
Absolutely.
As no further action between Antonelli and Crawford. Pretty bog standard, really. Both of them lost positions, so no one really to blame as well with the concertina effect into turn 2.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Shocking. Now, at this point in the race, mate, 6 laps into a 20-lapper, what are you starting to feel as a driver? What do you know, if you're, sort of sniffing around for a points-paying position, say you're Jack Crawford and you're P10 there, you're a couple of spots off the points, what are you feeling? You're soldiering on? Or you're starting to feel the heat?
To be honest, mate, I'm not going to lie to you. Roughly 6 laps into the race, I'm already thinking about what I'm having for dinner.
Yep.
To be honest, that's about it. Maybe looking.
Have you usually picked a restaurant by this point in the race?
So, well, generally, I'm quite a bad eater on race weekends. I like to get my calories in. So, generally speaking, as we see the move there from Richard Vasseur trying to go around the outside of
they were just beginning to sort of start to play a game of Snake 2 down the straight there, but no action, so do continue, please.
No, yeah, so generally speaking, you got your Mackie D's as your standee.
That's a really bad result if you're dining at Mackie D's on a Saturday
that's
night,
the thing. You've got to pick your battles, and it really depends on how the race is going.
Yep.
But by lap 6, you more or less understand where you're going, whether it's forwards or backwards. So,
whether you're going to KFC or Leon,
Exactly. So, no, generally, I like me Mackie D's as a sort of... it's not a great meal, but it's a comfort meal. So I definitely pick it for sort of a position 18 to position 13.
Interesting.
Then P12 to P7, you're probably looking at a Five Guys.
Yeah, okay.
Bit
right, so you
standing.
slid down the slope quite quickly there, though.
Yeah, and then I think top 5, you're definitely aiming for a Shake Shack.
You're running a Shake Shack in the top 5?
I reckon top 5 Shake Shack.
So would you say it's a bell curve of health where, if it's an absolutely terrible result, you're probably eating in the same places where you'd be eating if it was an absolutely fantastic result?
Well, kind of, yeah. It's just, I don't really look at my health all that too much.
No, we're aware of that.
And that's a problem.
Yeah.
But no, as a whole, definitely going for your burgers there on your race weekend.
You do enjoy Le Burger.
Well, the thing is, I don't generally eat at lunch due to the fact that the F2 hospitality isn't quite so hospitable in that sense.
As we're going to see another round of the Indy 500 down the straight here.
Look at the power on that DRS. And move by Richard Vasseur, and he stopped it too.
Textbook, sold the dummy like an absolute kipper. And he's stuck his nose down the inside. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, mate. No contact on the anchors. Not a lock-up in sight.
As we've seen Fittipaldi actually make a move on Miney in the back there. So Miney dropping back.
And Maloney continuing to make progress. So the momentum there, not looking good for OG Kush Miney.
No, but definitely looking good for Zano.
Zano.
Holy Maloney. He's on his way. As we see Martins and Hauger. No further action. So, yes, it was Hauger that put Martins in the wall.
Okay,
interesting that the stewards have not really looked at that. Extensive damage on the ART.
And actually, very rare for a French ART drive to get stuck in the wall and no further action.
Indeed. As we see
replay that
beautiful move. And the move from Fittipaldi behind, who kept it on track. And Maloney.
Do you know what to call that, mate? A stonker.
A stonker?
Yeah.
I call that a manoeuvre.
Oh, well, you're French. Is manoeuvre a French word?
I believe it is, actually.
Can somebody in the chat look up the etymology of manoeuvre?
I was going to go for the etymology, yeah. Good on you. As we see Patrick Swayze with a great run there on on.
Yeah, the Swayze's looking good on
Swayze
Hajar.
looking fast. Is he going to go before? No, he's done the smart thing. See?
Experience,
Smart
mate.
racing
That's what I
driver.
said. That's what I said at the top of the show, mate. Experience is going to show here for Patrick Swayze. He's bided his time. It's lap 8 of 20, and now he's going to start making his moves.
But
he's
Isaac
had the time of his
Hadjar
life.
has picked up the DRS, so he isn't going to get that huge gain down the straight. Is he going to go for a dive?
He's too far back.
He's too far back.
Well,
See, I thought it was a smart move, but it may not have been.
Well, we are both on the sofa.
Well, yeah, indeed. I am now on the sofa. As we see Verschoor stretching his legs up front, 0.7 of a second gap, looking pretty nice.
He's going to be
it's
very keen
actually
to break
a French
that
word
DRS.
that comes from medieval Latin.
Interesting.
Old maneuver. Probably from a sort of a maneuver there on the horses, probably. As we see Antonelli there, he's made up some positions back. It looks, we can't quite distinguish what he's saying.
He's
but
still occupying P. Marcus Armstrong at the moment, so he's still,
P11.
He's got quite a lot of work ahead of him even to score a point here.
But no, he's looking strong now. Let's see. I think personally, Fittipaldi is probably one of the fastest men on track. Maloney as well, and Verschoor's out of the DRS now, and Hadjar also. So that's going to be Hauger's time to shine.
Yeah, he's going to have to wet his whistle here if he's going to get anything done.
He's got to move. As we see Romanazio Stanek there
hanging
with
out the back of Roman Stanek.
Yep, we're hanging out the back of him, and we're having a good look at
17-year-old Italian kid is getting so much airtime.
It's crazy, isn't it? But he is a mega talent.
Mate, currently he's just a rookie in P11.
I know,
and they're covering him like he's Verstappen in 2021. Speaking of whom, we see
Patrick Swayze
for another move. He's going to try and get.
Oh, he's getting the drive, but he's got the drive.
But he's kicked Hadjar's nose out of joint now. He's so far
Hadjar
back.
does not have the DRS.
Flick out. There you go.
He's flicked out. He's going to be well in front by the braking zone. And is Fittipaldi going to go for the move? No, he's kept back.
Fittipaldi's going to see how this plays out. But I reckon it's going to be nigh on a lap before we see the young man from Brazil slip past Isaac Hadjar.
As we see, Antonelli's just made the move there in the background on Roman Stanek, and they're still fighting for it. So he must have dive bombed and just gone straight. Quite far from the wall there. Not a great line into T3.
He seems to be struggling a little bit, the young man.
Well,
we've got a
yellow flag, so it's got to be... Oh, I think it's just gone green again, as we're going to see Antonelli getting airtime yet again. Old Max Verstappen there, as he's tried to go for the move, and he's just completely launched it around the outside. And that front left does not look good.
Ringing the words of Jeremy Clarkson in my head of ambitious but rubbish.
As we've got a car stopped on track, and it's Amaury Cordial.
Don't catch fire. Don't catch fire.
That'd be a good thing.
Don't catch fire.
What a lid.
Great lid.
A great lid.
He's always run a strong lid, Amaury Cordial. I'll say that for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't
but
catch
car
fire.
in the middle of the track, so it's a safety car yet again. And we're going to have a massive deduge into T1 yet again. I don't really know how that could have happened. Has he sort of had an engine problem? As we see there, the mechanics in the...
Is that Paul frantically on the radio trying to figure out what's gone wrong with that?
Is that Paul, is it?
That's Paul. That's Marcus' old engineer.
Oh, good on Paul. But yeah, no, it's a bit of a troubling day there for Victor Martins and Amaury Cordial out of the race.
You see the Aston Martin with its blues and twos going in the pit lane there.
Do you reckon old Behrman thinking he's missing out on much at the moment?
No, not really.
Nah. See, I'd pick that... it's a safety car through the pit lane, so let's see if any other drivers don't respect the orders from the team, because that would be a slam dunk penalty.
Well, as soon as Richard does it, they're all going to do it, aren't they? I mean, say what you will about racing drivers, not the smartest bunch.
Definitely not.
So the sheep,
we saw one thing I never thought we'd see last week in the old Formula 3 race, with a driver not going down the right pit lane, which...
That was impressive.
That was quite impressive.
I mean, a young Marcus Armstrong back in cadets, at a national competition, missed his pit box. And they call you into the pits.
Yeah.
They realised he hadn't gone into the pits, so stopped, turned around, drove against traffic, and fired it into pit lane.
No, I've done the entering pit lane by the exit once. which is quite something.
That's not. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's pretty horrendous, but you make your mistakes in your younger days there
You do,
to try and not make him on the
Get them out of the way.
on the
See,
FIA
now,
stage.
yeah, if somebody missed their box and then stopped on the main straight at Saudi,
turned around,
piffed to 180.
I don't think it would sit well with the FIA.
The FIA is going to want to have a chat.
Have a chat at the very least.
So
he's spun it. He's spun it
he's
all
looped it,
by himself.
is what's
and then he's tried to get it going again, or is he just no?
Is that all she wrote?
I think that's
Why
all
do I
she
feel
wrote.
like he's in a different position to that?
I believe he tried to spin it back round.
No,
he's done a burnout, and it's just not.
And he's forgot to grab the clutch at this point in time. He's taken both hands off the wheel, and I don't know why you'd do that.
That is. Oh, he's just grabbed onto the clutch about 16 seconds too late.
Yeah, in the words of Ron Burgundy, what is this, amateur hour?
As we've got, so yet again another safety car. The guy's really not having to do all that much work, really. 3 laps, safety car, 3 laps, safety car, 3 laps.
Exactly.
And
that is a cool setup. It's a cool lid.
It's a cool helmet. Quite impressive to see the chrome effect there and being able to see your own reflection.
And a good Alpine Stars suit as well, as we were saying at the top of the show.
Solid gig.
So we're seeing Jeddah by night here. Jeddah Corniche by night. Corniche sounds like a girl I once knew. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, not really.
Doesn't sound like one of those normal names.
Corniche, you know? There's like some girl in the office called Corniche. I stay away from Corniche.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good on you. Yeah, not the greatest place in the world, all Jeddah.
No?
No. Do you know what? Good drivers, though. I mean, the number of cars that are absolutely destroyed on the road is a sight to behold. I mean, I've seen cars drive around Jeddah that I thought shouldn't even scrapyard material.
Interesting.
Scrapyard, like front end missing.
So you reckon the MOT system could do with a little bit of an overhaul?
Exactly. I reckon the MOTs are, put it this way, they're a bit lenient on the old MOT front.
Yeah, I think what's good, well, they don't let women drive, so maybe that's why all the...
They do now, indeed.
Oh, they
I believe
do?
in Saudi you're allowed, I think
well, there you
women
go.
are now
Well, maybe now that they've
drive.
let the women drive, some more sensible drivers on the road, we'll have a lot less accidents.
Exactly.
You know,
as we've got going again. Vishor's gone early, real early. And he's not really scared of that DRS train behind him. And he's done the perfect restart. I think he caught them all napping. Quite a train of cars there behind.
I think it should all be pretty chill in the top 4 because I think Swayze's not really close enough.
Is going to be a hell
Watch for a move from Fittipaldi.
Yeah, we've got a move from Fittipaldi and we've got a potential move from Maloney as well. Maloney going down the inside there. And he stopped it. Perfect.
He's done OG push Miney like an absolute.
Oh, is that a move? Round the outside by Pepe Marti, who's defended his position on Jack Crawford.
And that's the last points paying position, worth noting. Only out in the top 8.
Top 8. Yeah, indeed. Quite an entertaining start to the race. But
it was a tame restart.
Yeah, it was a tame restart, really. Not much shunting going in this Formula 2 season.
Maloney, though.
Antonelli.
Holy Maloney. He's at it again.
I don't understand. He is fucking flying.
Muchos Rapido in that Campos car.
Yeah.
He's not in a Campos car.
No, he's in a
Rodin.
Rodin or Rodin?
Rodin? Rodin.
A bit of a rod.
Rodin.
Yeah. Great French artist.
Yeah, one of my favourites.
As we see, he's flying. He's got that car all under control. Little bit of a disappointment from Bortoletto in P14. Now, I have perfect insight that nobody has on the reason why he qualified so far back yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Unfortunately, made contact with the wall on the exit of turn 14.
Oh, dear.
Slightly bent the suspension and had an absolute horrendous sector 3. And so, as a result, didn't improve on his second set of tyres. Hence, the lower starting positions. But, rough weekend for him so far. Let's see if he can make up some positions there on pace alone. Because we've seen Maloney do it. And we've got Crawford there trying to make a manoeuvre.
Yeah. Here we go. He's going to have the run. He's done that quite well. They've both got a good exit. Now, it's going to come down to the DRS here. And who's got it?
It's going to be tight. No DRS there, James. Still on the first lap, but he's trying to make the move around the outsiders. We've got Hadjar there.
Oh, bit of a push.
And
that's a nice piece of driving from Jacques Lunet.
Indeed, Jacques Lunet, no DRS, round the outside down the main straight. Manoeuvre. As Bortoleto finds himself stuck behind the two PHMs who are really just clogging up the road ahead of him.
Here we go. One of them's going to go off the road here.
And he's just gone straight, but he's not going to get...
Is that going to be Moses parting the sea?
This is going to be...
Oh, he's tagged the inside wall!
What's happened here?
Jesus, this is a real... Do you know what they call this?
Is it still straight, though? Is it still pointing straight, or is it
It won't be for long.
Let's see, as Bortoleto, they're right up his arse.
Well, he's almost been tripping over them.
I know, it's just this huge gap from the PHMs to Antonelli in front of in P11.
You got 3 blue cars there, can't tell you who's who.
As we've got, DRS finally enabled now. So, let's see, but Verschoor's already got that 1 second lead. The reverse grid special there from Richard. What else is going on this bloody Friday?
Not much.
Been at work?
Yeah.
Shithouse?
I'm doing renewals all morning.
Renewals? Sounds interesting.
It's not.
So we've got the car there of Fittipaldi going for P4 there on Isaac Hadjar. Close the DRS early. Smart stuff from the man from Brazil as he's trying to line him up for the back straight. And Jacques Lunet with another manoeuvre.
It's a very nice move there from Jacques Lunet, who's coming alive in the second half of the race.
And is he going to get DRS of the car in front? No, Kushmaini's got it from behind him. So this is going to be an absolute doom as we've got manoeuvre from Fittipaldi. Manoeuvres left, right and centre from absolutely everyone up and down the grid.
I thought you were having a stroke for a second.
I know, my voice is all over the place. You've got Valtteri Bottas giving a tier 1 sub to Amy.
Thanks.
Backbone.
Right, so Bortoleto's now got past Colapinto.
Is he?
Just saw that flash up on the screen. As we're watching Marty. Marty?
Look at this absolute shit show between the two drivers going at it. Backbones. Manoeuvres left, right and centre as he's just gone off the track and actually made contact with the wall, as we're going to see right here. He's just gone dunk.
Yeah, he's just driven into the side of the track there, hasn't he?
Not quite the smartest thing to do around Jeddah.
No, not around a double apex. You don't want to hit the first wall of the double apex.
We've seen a move in front from Antonelli, who's just gone straight past. Or I think
it's
he was
chaos.
maybe defending.
This is chaos.
This is chaos, left, right, and centre. Really, it's shambolic. But we love to see that in Formula 2.
And we're back at the front now. So we're looking at Zane Maloney, who's really not dropped in pace. He's just keeps going.
Flying.
This kid.
He's going for a move.
He's hanging out the back of Isaac Hadjar right now.
Is he going to go for a dive? No, I think Hadjar's got DRS to the car in front.
I still think he might go for a dive.
He's kept it behind, but he's going to go for a dive. Look at him. He's lining up the exit. Is he going to get it?
A little bit of a wiggle. Little bit of a wiggle there from Isaac Hadjar on the exit.
Yeah, solid exit.
And it's quite a long straight, so it's almost anticlimactic, isn't it? They sort of come out and then you go, oh,
anticlimactic?
We'll see. Yeah.
Like a climate.
There you go.
Climactic.
Oh, there's going to be contact.
Oh, Hadjar's just said no and dedooshed him off the road. Is he going to stay in front, though? Let's see what the stewards have to say with that. No, he's let him back past.
Jacques Lunet's going to sniff around and try and be
Jacques Lunet, quite a good qualifying yesterday. Solid performance.
Quite a good,
P3.
Yeah. Upgraded to P2, of course, with the news of Oliver Behrman.
Oh, yet again, Ollie Behrman in the Ferrari.
Up to Ferrari. That's pretty fucking sick.
It's fucking awesome. I mean, we were on a call this morning when you looked. Yeah, James was calling me because, organising all of this stuff for the backbones out there, takes quite a lot of time. So we were going through discussing exactly the sort of plans and so on. And
I just kept getting texts to do with Ollie Behrman.
Behrman.
And I was like, oh, so he must be doing like the F1 pracky session or something.
Exactly. And cool. So normally when me and James sort of hang up the phone, I don't tend to hear back from James for quite a while.
We're done, yeah.
You really don't.
Jacques Lunet and Zane Maloney going side by side by side. This
what
is
a
absolutely
move!
That was horny.
That was horny.
Oh!
And he's had a bit of a lift.
Tony Hawk goes over the top of the curbs, but he holds on to the position. That was great stuff from Jacques Lunet.
But yeah, per se.
And it's not over.
Oh, and they're going right back at it. Jacques Lunet, the other quick car on the track right now. Is he going to try and hold it? He's going to hold it, but Maloney... Oh, he's had a bit of a snap on the exit there. Those rear tyres crying on for dear life.
And Hadjar's going to be loving this in his mirrors.
Oh, I bet he is. And Lunet's just putting... Oh, Lunet trying to go right back past, but not this time as we've got a bit of a manoeuvre in the back.
Is the Premier going side by side in the background?
Marty with a crazy start to the race and sort of sizzled off.
Yeah, it was sort of Marty from the party at the first half, and now he's really sort of starting to get that kind of, sixth drink slump,
Sort of doing an Isaac Newton strategy.
Yeah, the Isaac Newton strategy.
Dropping like a dead stone.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, as we've got some guests coming in midstream. Hello. Oh, great, mate. Chilling out. 16 laps into this 20-lap race, and it's crackle.
Minutes, go.
Not much happening at the moment. No, actually, it's all kicked off as Hadjar's just taken a big old gap to the cars behind now. It looks like Maloney's got a 1.4 second gap, so he's going to be out of DRS there. Yeah.
Interesting. I
feel real stressed now that we've got an audience.
He was all over the back of Hadjar. We've got a yellow flag 6-3 for a bit of debris, narrowly avoided by race leader Richard Bashaw.
Is that going to be a safety car, do you reckon?
It's going to have to be a VSC, I think.
VSC, yeah. Good on you, James. You're smart there. You should be up in the comms room for the FIA, I reckon. Probably do a better job than Michael Massey.
For the FIA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
As we've got a Correa in the pit lane. Interesting. Oh, and he's retired.
He's very much in the pit lane.
Great lid.
That's another good lid. It's actually very similar to the Aron lid.
Yeah, he's gone for the Aron look, but lovely lid.
Tribute?
Maybe.
Tribute to your competitor. Yeah, as the Dysons go straight back into
As we've got one of the viewers there saying that they've only now noticed that Clem isn't racing. Well, yeah. I guess the fact that my name was not in the top 20 is potentially
some fast work from the marshal there, and the debris is no more.
Where's the debris come from? It's come from Correa's. He's hit the inside wall.
One's driven into the side of the wall at the double apex.
You
can't be doing that.
And he's broken the front suspension, unfortunately, for the young man from Ecuador and the US.
Yeah, US for green card reasons.
Green card reasons.
He's from the US. He's definitely from the US. Juan Manuel Correa is definitely from the US.
Or as we know, Juan Correa.
Juan Correa, yeah.
As the green flag is now back, we're back to racing. Good start there from Hauger. Really putting the pressure up on Aron.
DRS straight back on, of course, because it was a VSC.
VSC, indeed.
All right, so we've got...
Any other action going on around the track?
It looks like it's just this bait. It looks like it's just Swayze hanging out the back of Paul Aron.
Great sort of use of hanging out the back of.
Thanks, mate.
Really
He's got the DRS wide open, hanging out the back of his MP car.
The DRS.
Oh, and he's got an absolute fistful of understeer there. And he's going to lose a little bit of momentum.
But he is close enough. He is close enough. He's got that 5/10 gap. He's going to make up a lot of time and hopefully catch the DRS in the next corner. If he's got... Oh, he's really carried some momentum into that corner. Really stopped it well.
This corner that looks tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, but Patrick handling it properly, 0.3 of a second. He's going to make the move into T1 quite easily, I reckon.
He's glued to the back of that high tech as it stands now. He's going to look to pull out of the toe now.
And
down
Aaron
the
not
inside.
Defending.
Easy as you like. Candy from a baby stuff from Patrick Swayze. 3 to go here in Jeddah.
And your prediction may be right there, James.
Mate, not my first rodeo.
It isn't your first rodeo. You've been on the old comes there for a while.
And he's going to have a taste for it now, Dennis Hauger. He can smell that win now.
I think he
can see baby in the corner.
Now, how cool would it be if on the podium he just did the old...
Did the lift?
Oh, the lift.
Yeah.
The lift with the team member. Now that would be...
Well, considering it's usually about a 260-pound mechanic that they send up there.
Yeah.
Not a nice, petite young dancer.
He'd probably struggle.
I reckon he'd do it with Maloney.
Oh, well, why not? I mean, it's a shame Maloney's not on the podium. That would be quite a sight.
Who would you want to lift? Who would you want to do?
Patrick Swayze, yeah, tons of understeer. Just decided to completely drive straight on. Bit of a with the old back end of the wagon. Oh. Hauger chicken nuggets kicking in. Winner, chicken dinner.
Dennis's spicy nugs. That's what they're called. That's what they're branded as. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called.
I thought of something completely different, but I'm glad I didn't. Yeah. As we see Antonelli now in the top 8, so he's scoring a point for himself. Good job.
There you go. Well, that's a fine showing.
A fine showing after a rough start.
After a fucking horrific start.
Yeah, as we've got Kush Miney there, quite close behind with the DRS yet open. That Virtuosi also with the Isaac Newton strategy. Really the two men, Miney and Marty, really dropping like stones.
Yeah, they've really pulled the handbrake. As we see a fastest lap from Patrick Swayze. Under a little bit of pressure from Paul Aron, but fends him off for now. There's no lap time lost defending.
And
there.
A move from, I believe that is Maloney. Holy Maloney down the inside, cracking
Getting
stuff.
It done.
Do you know what that is?
That's Hadjar. Hadjar's starting to pull the handbrake here as well.
Well, he has been pretty slow, but Maloney now with a 2.5 second gap to catch up to Fittipaldi. I think looking at the front positions, it's probably not going to move all too much unless Hauger manages to creep into that DRS range into the last lap. Because at the moment, it's not looking like
no, he's going to have to really pull finger quite quickly, isn't he? 19 of 20, as you've just said.
Every gap's more or less settled. Shame about old Wayne Correa.
It is a shame about Wayne Correa. I mean, self-inflicted. You have to, you got to own up to that. When you have him there, you have him there. But
I miss old Juan.
I know.
Good geezer.
He's moved to France.
He has. He couldn't pick a place where I couldn't go.
And you're from where he's living, aren't you?
I am. Really? Oh, as we got Hadjar with a problem. Hadjar's
got a problem.
Oh, and this is going to be entertaining.
Oh, turn the radio on. Turn the volume on. Hadjar's got,
Has he made contact with anything?
My cat is broken.
I break the cat. Let's see.
Why is he weaving? It makes me nervous.
I think he's probably hit the wall with either the rear or the front. And as
final
we're
lap.
into the final lap, and
fastest lap
by Aaron.
And then Aaron.
And is he going for the move? Oh, he's tried it.
Yeah,
Patrick
fair enough.
Sort of braking and moving under braking, something we've not seen since Max Verstappen back in 2016 till it was banned. Interesting defensive strategy there from Patrick Swayze. But really good race for the moment from the young man from Estonia, old Paul Aron. Got his name right this time.
Absolutely.
Really not much else going on in the gaps everywhere else.
No,
it's sort of
he's lost
down.
all of his air through that sector and is now nowhere near the back of Dennis Hauger.
He isn't indeed, but the DRS zone being hugely powerful.
Yeah, Swayze's still... He's not close enough. It's going to be Richard for sure, mate. You hit the nail on the head.
Mate, I tell you, it ain't my first rodeo, as you said.
There you go, mate. Using my own words against me.
Exactly. And Richard for sure, what a statement win there for the Trident team.
And they'll be stoked. I mean,
last Trident win, actually, funnily enough. Zandvoort last year.
Clement Novalak in Zandvoort 2023, I believe it was.
Hell of a driver. As we see Patrick Swayze right in those curbs.
Laying some rubber down. Enzo Fittipaldi, great showing as well, up into the P4 position. And that VAR car as well, which we know from years gone by, is a dog.
Yep. And Zane Maloney there in P5, I think coming from the...
That's 11 spots gained, I believe.
I believe it is, James. I believe you're right on that statistic.
10 with the withdrawal of Behrman.
Yep.
And it's going to be Vishaw who crosses the line, takes the flag.
Beautiful.
Great stuff. Patrick Swayze coming home in the P2 position with Paul Aron not too far behind him. Enzo Fittipaldi, as we were just saying, brings it home in fourth. The boy from Barbados...
Yep.
The boy from Barbados bringing it home in P5, Zane Maloney. Then we've got Jack Crawford crossing the line in P6. Antonelli, he's going to score 2 points for the day. And then it's Pepe Marti from the party, rounding out your points-paying positions in P8. OG Kush Miney, top 9 position. And then you've got Stanek in the top 10.
Stanek. So, great stuff by the team there. Look at their chuffed faces. I mean, I can't quite see the smiles, but they look chuffed.
Chuffed.
Old Giacomo will be on the pit wall there, grabbing the radio and giving him a big old, Richard Verschoor, you are the winner. Well done, my friend. There you go.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what he's going to be saying. That was it, mate. Well, that race was pretty mid.
Yeah, it was actually very average.
Yeah.
Sort of all fart, no poo.
Yeah, had a lot of promise to get spicy, but just didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of like the Formula One race this weekend. Just no chili.
You just know that already, do you?
Well, no chili. No Carlos Sainz.
No Carlos Sainz. We've got a rookie at least.
We do have a rookie.
We've got a change in the driver lineup, which is more than we thought we were going to get this year.
Yeah, no, for sure. And obviously, pretty impressive stuff. And all that coming very soon.
Pretty shortly, actually. Yeah, we're going to be streaming the Formula One qualifying.
On the
OG Kushmani having an absolute shocker in the last corner.
Terrible line. That is not what you want.
That wasn't a good idea.
No, that's not your usual line. But, I think our picks have done tremendously well, actually. Old Richard on P1 and Patrick.
1 and 2. We can't go too much.
Old For Sure P1 and Patrick Swayze P2 and Ralph Aron in P3. So
good stuff, mate. Well, hey, I'm going to go run out and grab a bite to eat, maybe something to drink, and we'll see you back here for the Formula One qualifying.
Indeed. We shall see you for the F1. Thank you very much, chat. See you soon. And by the way, please tag Sky Sports on all our shit, because we really fucking want the main gig. So, cheers.
The main game.